today?
Good. How you doing?
Thanks.
Good. So do you do a lot of single track biking? And,
Yeah.
More the
you've
better.
been here before?
Yeah.
It's a good place?
Yeah.
So what do you think of this sport? It's getting really popular in these areas, and it's different than regular mountain biking, right?
Not from regular mountain biking. Single track is just usually just a little narrower. Sometimes some people find it funner than riding on a two-track. You can go to places where not as many people go, you know, and access some stuff that you can't take other places. Maybe sometimes we'll keep some of the ORVs away from where you're riding.
ORVs?
Off-road stuff,
Okay.
like the four-wheelers or the motorcycle.
And that's a good thing, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to ride true single track, you know, I understand that they want to ride what they consider to be their version of single track, but for them to have a version of single track, it becomes a version of two track to us.
I see.
So we're more like, you know, two-wheel moto style, and that you want a tight line that you can stick with and, you know, get with the flow and run it, as opposed to riding on, you know, what is the equivalent of a road, which I've been on beautiful forest roads and stuff. Scenery's good and all, but when in doubt, take the single track if you have an option. That's always been my motto.
There are a lot of options in this area. You were talking about another place in the Albuquerque area?
Yeah, what is the Sajo Peak area, which has seen a lot of OV damage, but the west side of that old South 14 has remained more pristine single track, and is I don't know, it's good, high quality, a little higher elevation, technical levels are higher. This is a different style out here. You're riding on the mesa, so it's good single speed riding. You can get out there and really, you know, almost pump track it, get a good flow going, a good rhythm. Throw a little climb in there for good measure.
I see both of you have these water systems. This is something that's really necessary, right, for this kind of riding?
In the
Yeah,
desert.
it's a hydration system. You can carry more water, you know, with you. Usually carry 100 ounces, so that'll last for, then you can ride for, you know, 4 or 5 hours, a little easier.
And you have some, what do you have attached to your pack here, like a cloth or a...
That's like a rain jacket, Gore-Tex rain jacket. I have other layers of stuff because even in the summer here, if you're riding up in the high mountains, you could be in what would be, you know, you would consider a perfect gorgeous day, and weather moves in, temperature drops, you can go hypothermic pretty quick, you know. So I'd have a tendency to probably over prepare, but I've been caught in the cold and I don't really like it all that much. Yeah. So.
And you have a special thing. That's your cell phone,
I have
right?
my cell phone in there. Yeah. I have it turned off, but I use it for photos too. You know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And you both wear helmets and you both wear eye protection, right?
Oh yeah.
And these are pretty specialized gloves.
Yeah, they got a little more padding. You know, full finger as opposed to roadies might ride fingerless, except for this time of year. Just because I don't know.
Roadies are the people who ride on the road, I take it.
Correct.
Yeah, and so your bikes have shocks and stuff?
I have a front fork. Here's a front fork. There's full suspension bikes, single gear bikes like these two, you know, multi-gear, 27 speed,
27 speed?
Yeah.
29-inch tires.
That's a single gear bike?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a single. That's harder, isn't it?
It's called single speed. It's kind of like a new little facet of the mountain biking, you know, scene. And you have one speed, which a lot of people say it's a cleaner ride. You know, you just get to focus more on the scenery, and you don't really have to consider you're changing gears or as much, or what gear you're in, or
You're either riding
your
it or pushing
cadence,
it.
or
You have to work a little harder, right?
In certain situations, you know, and nothing changes the whole length of the ride. So of course, the longer you go, the more you turn it. You turn in that one gear, but yeah, but that's what I say. You either ride it or you walk it. So.
too, these are the new 29er mountain bikes, which is getting really popular.
29er?
Yeah, they're bigger wheels.
You have to be a pretty... Oh, okay. You have to be a tall person like you, right?
The bikes fit a little bit better.
I mean,
if
look
you've
at
got
me. Would I be able to do this? I'm
Well,
40.
you can buy frames all different sizes,
Oh, okay.
but for bigger people, yeah, a lot of them are really finding the fit is a lot more comfortable with the 29-inch tire. So.
Okay.
This is more isolated, so
You really
typically.
use that belt.
Yeah, I like, you know, if I'm coming around a corner, I don't see any reason not to give it a couple of dings, you know. So anyway,
Hey, have a
thank
great
you.
day.
Okay.
Hi, how are you doing? You're Karen, right?
I am.
Thanks
Nice
for
to meet
coming.
you. Thanks for having
How
us.
long have you been doing single track?
Less than a year.
And it's fun, huh?
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
So have you ridden here before?
I have not.
It's pretty beautiful. You have some special clothing here for biking, right? So can you tell us what it is?
Arm warmers. So if it gets really hot, like Steiner doesn't have any arms on. So with me, I have a tendency to get colder. So if I start heating up, these will just come off like this. So you can take them off. If not, they're supposed to stay up on your arms there and go underneath your jersey. These are called knee warmers. So same thing, they come up underneath your shorts here and you can pull them off as well. I have a vest on and then I have a jersey on underneath. And then a lightweight, kind of like a jog bra, full underneath to keep my chest warm.
And you have those shoes that clip onto the pedal, right?
I do. That go on to the pedal as
And
well.
your bike has all kinds of shock absorbers.
It does.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. Steiner can explain this bike pretty well. Go ahead, Steiner.
That's a full suspension bike too, with lots of special valving technology, and it's a really nice one. And it's all carbon fiber, very lightweight.
Okay. All right. Well,
Cool.
I was like, I'm going super speed, I can't go